Transistor. Let us compare, since you people are computer students, human being and computer. What are the similarities between human being and computer? What are the similarities? Suppose, what are the parts of the human being? Let us take brain. What is the component typical to brain for the computer?
CPU.
CPU. It is also called a microprocessor, right? Central processing unit called microprocessor. In bracket CPU. CPU is a dabba, screen, CPU, remaining peripherals. So in CPU also microprocessor, microcontroller, ALU unit is there, arithmetic logic unit is there, and and microprocessor is there. Okay. Brain is made up of what? Brain cells.
Neurons.
Brain cells. Yes, correct. Whatever you said is correct. Brain cells are called neurons. So similarly, microprocessor is made up of
Control unit.
transistors. Okay. What is the difference between ordinary cells and ordinary human being cells and brain cells? Telsa meeku. What is the difference between ordinary human being cells and brain cells?
Brain cells can't be reproduced.
Yes,
Neurons can't be reproduced.
exactly.
And they are the strongest cells in the human body.
Yes. What is your name?
Charan, sir.
Huh? Charan.
Charan.
Exactly correct. Beautiful. Wonderful. See, brain cells are, you know, brain cells are cannot be reproduced. Cannot be reproduced. That is the reason why if you get the damage to the brain, it is very difficult to recover. But ordinary cells, remaining body cells can be reproduced. That is the difference between brain cells and ordinary body cells. Now, what I would like in your brain, neurons are there. Similarly, microprocessor made up of transistors. Now nowadays, the only electronic component that changed the electronic industry. Electronic industry is called transistor. Only electronic component that changed the electronic industry. But you can't even visualize any electronic device without using of transistor. For every device, every electronic device, there should be a transistor. There should be. So that transistor you are going to learn today. You are going to learn about it in today's class. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about transistor. Okay. Now I'm going to take two parts. I'm going to take the two parts of the screen first of all. Okay. I'll tell you how you can make the transistor. Later, who invented it? Where was invented? All those things can be learned. I am taking two diodes. This is PN junction diode. This is This is also a PN junction diode. P is front side, N is back side. Here, here what happens? Where is front? Where is back? This is front side. It is back side. I am going to connect them so that I'll get a, a layer which is common for PNP transistor. I'll get. So, and also I am taking in other way NP. So it is front, it is back plus same PN I take PN. So what is N? What is P? What is N? What is P? Uh, what is N? What is P?
Semiconductor and P-type semiconductor.
That is okay. That is P-type semiconductor, N-type semiconductor. I have taken two diodes, PN diode. Okay. N in the second case, this is first case. In the second case, I have taken N as front side, P as back side. Now here, what happens? It is back side, it is front side. I joined with one another. What happens? I'll get a NPN transistor. NPN transistor. That's why I'll get to PNP transistor. Second one is NPN transistor. Okay. Now, what is transistor? Transistor is formed.
Transfer of resistance.
No. Transistor is transistor. Transistor is. ఏం చేసాం మనం? What did we do? Tell me.
Joined two similar type of
Transistor formed due to the transistor formed due to the connection of two junction diodes. Transistor is formed due to the combination of two diodes connected back to back. Formed due to the connection or due to the connection of two diodes. How did you connect it? How did you connect it? Tell me. How did you connect it? Due to the connection of two diodes. How did you connect it? Back to back. Right. Now, sandwich, sandwich. First we will take one bread and later one bread we will take bread layer, and I'll put some vegetables on the bread. Again I'll put one more layer of the bread. Then what do you call it? That is called sandwich. Bread layer, first bread layer, again I'll put some stuff on the bread, again a bread layer. It is called sandwich. Similarly, our transistor also sandwich. How you sandwiched it? You take P-type semiconductor and put N-type semiconductor and again put P-type semiconductor. Similarly, take N-type semiconductor, put P-type semiconductor and put N-type semiconductor. So, how can I write? Transistor is formed due to the sandwiching of N-type semiconductor between two P-type semiconductors. Or due to the sandwiching of p-type semiconductor, between, here you have to write sandwiching of p-type semiconductor between two n-type semiconductors. Two n-type semiconductors. It is transistor. Now, let me take one more point. It is transistor. So I am taking NPN. Why? Because most abundantly used transistor is NPN. Now, it has how many terminals it has? Tell me. This is one terminal. This is one terminal. This is one terminal. Right? So here most number of electron, it gives the electrons. That's why it is called emitter. How many terminals it has? Three terminals. One is emitter, second one is base, third one is collector. One is emitter, second one is base, third one is emitter. And so whenever you join the n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor, there forms one layer in between n-type and p-type semiconductor. What do you call that layer?
Potential barrier.
Huh?
Potential barrier.
That is potential barrier. What do you call that layer? That acts as a potential barrier. Depletion layer. So what is called in between n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor? What do you call it? Tell me.
Junction.
Junction. Very good. This is one junction, and here, this is also other junction. But this junction is between what terminals? This junction is between this junction, first junction 1, junction 2. This junction is with what terminal? Between what terminals?
One is between emitter and base. Two is
Emitter
between
base
base.
junction. Yes, that's why it is called emitter and base junction. And this junction is between what terminals?
Base collector.
Base collector junction. Now, I am writing, everything will come as bit. I am writing it as, now I am writing, it has three terminals. It has three terminals. One is emitter, second one is base, third one is collector. What is emitter? Tell me. What is emitter? What is emitter? Why
Which
what
emitters also
emitting?
gives
It gives charge carriers. It gives charge carrier. That's why it emits charge carriers. That's why it is called emitter. It is base region. It is collector. Collector receives. It receives charge carriers. It collects the charge carriers. Base is in between emitter and collector. Okay. And it has how many terminals it has? How many terminals it has? Tell me.
3 terminals.
Transistor has how many terminals?
3 terminals. 3 terminals.
3 terminals. Very good. No, it has it has two junctions. It has two junctions. What do you call those junctions? What do you call those junctions?
Base
First
emitter,
junction is
collector.
yes. First one is base emitter BE junction. BE junction. BE junction is nothing but the base emitter junction. Base emitter junction. Second one is generally, if you take like this, NPN, if you take like this, first one is emitter, base, collector. But when you write something, it is in between base emitter, collector base, CB junction. What do you mean by CB junction? Collector base junction. What do you mean by CB junction? Collector base junction. Right. Now, that is one point that I would like to share with you. Next one is, for variety, I'm going to use blue pen. Okay. N, P, N. Okay. This terminal, this is emitter terminal, right? This is base terminal. This is collector terminal. So I'm not going to write everything. Emitter, base, collector. In one diode, we doped so much. What is that diode? We studied one diode in which we doped with higher concentration in P-type semiconductor as well as N-type semiconductor.
Zener diode.
CNR diode. Here also, this emitter material is heavily doped. It is moderately doped. It is very lightly doped. It is lightly doped. One is heavily doped, lightly doped, and moderately doped. Why it is heavily doped? What is the job of it?
Emitter should give the charge carrier.
So it should give the charge carriers. If it should, it should give the charge carrier means it should have the charge carriers. How do you get more charge carriers?
By doping.
More doping. That's it. Yeah. Now, since it is heavily doped, lightly doped, and moderately doped, and also high volume, low volume, very low volume. What do you mean by high volume, very low volume, and very low volume? The dimensions of the collector is very high. Why? The dimensions of the emitter is.
Charge carrier.
It should receive the charge carriers. Means it should have the space. It should have the space. It is its volume is volume of collector greater than emitter greater than base. You should remember this. You should remember this. It should come to the bit. Now, you just tell me, in the case of Zener diode, since we heavily doped the p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor, what has happened? What has happened? Because of the doping of p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor, we made the
barrier potential level changed.
Barrier potential level changes. That means depletion layer width increases or decreases?
Decreased.
Decreases. Here also we are using heavily doped semiconducting material. We are taking two materials. This is n-type material, p-type material, and n-type material. This is emitter, base, and collector. Since it is heavily doped, this is lightly doped. What happened to the junction layer? Is it is like ordinary diode or like Zener diode? It is heavily doped. Emitter is heavily doped, so that you will get the thickness of the depletion layer should be small. You will get the thickness of the depletion layer should be small. Since it is moderately doped and very lightly doped, you will get the high width of depletion layer here. So here you should write thickness of the B junction layer is high, low. Thickness of B junction layer is low. Layer is low as compared to CB junction layer. C junction layer means okay. As you take the materials, the junction layers. No, this is one junction layer. This is one junction layer, which has high resistance. Which has high resistance. Second means what? That has one name. CB junction layer. Yes. It has high resistance. High resistance. Okay, high resistance. It has low resistance. Right. So you just tell me one component which has high resistance, which has resistance first. What is the device which is having resistance? Tell me. What is the device name? Exactly. It is resistor. High resistance means it is a resistor. So it is low resistance means it is a conductor. Now, when you give forward bias, so current should pass from this end to emitter end to base end. Current should pass from emitter end to, or charge carrier should pass from emitter to collector. Now, when the charge carriers are moving from here to here you will encounter one depletion layer, but thickness is very low. Then what happens? Low resistance with smaller voltage, applied voltage, you will reduce the thickness easily. So it allows the charge carriers to pass through it. So it transfers the charge carriers. What is the function of first B junction layer? Huh? What does
Transfer charge
first layer
carrier.
does? It transfers the
Charge carrier.
charge carriers. Okay. Now what does it do? Why it transfers? Since very low resistance, it transfers. It has high resistance. What does it do? For the charge carriers, second one has higher resistance. What does it do?
Receiver.
It will stop.
Stops. What do you call that stopping in physics?
Resistor.
Resistor. So second one is resistor. It resists the electrons or resists the charge carrier. Resistor. Okay. I am taking trans as one part. Istor as okay. Istor as other part. Now I'll get transistor. First, at one end it transfer the charge carriers, and the other end it resists the charge carrier. That's why it is called transistor. At one end it transfer the charge carriers, at the other end at B junction it transfer the charge carriers, and PN junction it resists the charge carriers. That's why it is called transistor. That's how this name got. Okay, now who invented it? In which year invented it? And where it was invented? So it was invented in the year 1947 by William Shockley. William Shockley, John Burdeen, third one, Walter Brattain. William Shockley, John Burdeen, and Walter Brattain. These were the scientists together invented the in the 1947, where Bell Laboratories, New Jersey, USA. Bell Laboratories, New Jersey, USA. It was invented in that year in the Bell Laboratories, New Jersey. You know Bell Laboratories.
Yes, sir.
It was named after Graham Bell.
Graham Bell. Okay.
Who was Graham Bell?
Inventor of the telephone.
Inventor of telescope. Inventor of
Telephone.
telephone. Inventor of telephone. Yeah, that's what I would like to say. Okay. Now, what are the circuit symbols? What are the circuit symbols? First, I am taking NPN transistor. N transistor. No, it gives the electrons in this direction. It is emitter, base, collector. Okay. Now, electrons direction is in this particular direction. Now, what is the current direction? Electrons are going from here to here. Current direction.
Opposite.
Opposite to the. So, is it going from base to emitter or emitter to base? It is coming from actually collector to emitter, base to emitter or emitter to base. Current is going from
Base to
base to emitter. So that is the reason why you have take one circle, 3 terminals, it is called emitter. Second one called base. Third one is called collector. So in which direction current is going in the NPN transistor? Tell me. Base to emitter. So base to emitter means, okay, you have base to emitter. Current direction you have to arrow, you have to indicate like this, small arrow, or otherwise I'll do it once again. ఇంకా చెప్తాను చూడు బాగా. Emitter to base. So current is going from here to here. This is current direction. This is charge carriers direction, majority charge carriers direction. Okay, now take a circle. Okay, draw it like this. Emitter, base, collector. Emitter, base, collector. So it is going from base to emitter, right? That is the reason why I put arrow like this. Put arrow like this, base to emitter. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవడానికి not NPN means not inside the base. Current is not going inside the frame, but and also you have to designate the current at the emitter terminal only. Now PNP transistor, let us take PNP transistor, let us take. So if you give forward bias, poles will go like this, and current direction
Same direction.
same direction. So emitter to base or base to emitter it is going.
Emitter
This
to
is-
base.
This is NPN transistor. Emitter to base or base to emitter is going. Tell me. Emitter to base current is going or base to emitter current is going?
Emitter to base, sir.
Emitter to base. So opposite to the PNP transistor. Emitter to base, collector. So you have to designate the arrow mark like this. NPN means not inside the base, PNP means opposite to the NPN. You have to remember like this. This is PNP transistor. Now that's how you have to remember this NPN as well as P-type, PNP or NPN transistors. Now this transistor is also called bipolar junction transistor. What do you mean by bipolar junction transistor? Both the electrons as well as holes participate in where? Conduction. Both electrons as well as holes participate in conduction. But most widely used transistor is PNP or NPN? Any idea?
PM.
What is the most abundantly or widely used transistor is answer? Any idea? NPN. Why NPN transistor is why NPN transistor is most abundantly used? Tell me, any idea?
Because the mobility of electrons is more.
Exactly. Why? So both electrons and holes are the charge carriers. In NPN transistor, what are the majority charge carriers? Two ends are
Electrons.
electrons. Electrons are majority charge carriers. What are the minority charge carriers? Holes. This is majority charge carriers. So electron has higher mobility. In the silicon, the electron has higher mobility. What do you mean by higher mobility? What do you mean by mobility? Mobility means when you apply electric field on electron, how quickly it moves. It has mobility. Drift velocity per unit electric field is called mobility. How quickly it moves is called mobility. So it has higher mobility. Second one is production cost is low. If you want to make a PNP or NPN transistor, PNP is somewhat difficult, somewhat costly. That is the reason why people use NPN transistor. Third one is grounding to the N terminal is easy. Grounding to the N terminal is easy. Grounding to the N terminal is easy. These are the main reasons. Because of these reasons, NPN transistor is most widely used than the PNP transistor. Now, biasing. Let us discuss. What do you mean by biasing? What do you mean by
Single
biasing?
side.
Huh?
Single సింగిల్ సైడ్ అంతే ఒక్క
Single
సైడ్
side. బయాసింగ్ అంటే ఏంటమ్మా? నేను ఆల్రెడీ డయోల్లో చెప్పాను, జీనా డయోలో చెప్పాను. Biasing means applying voltage. How do you apply the voltage?
External.
Applying the external voltage. You know forward bias and reverse bias?
Yes, sir.
Okay. N. So since widely used transistor is NPN transistor, I am taking NPN only. NPN only. Okay. Okay. First one is what does it job? What is the job of this any transistors? One end gives
Conductor.
one end gives charge carriers, other end receives the charge carriers. Which end gives charge carriers?
Emitter.
Which end gives
Emitter.
charge carriers? Emitter. So this is emitter. This is emitter only. Which one receives charge carriers?
Collector.
Collector receives the charge carriers. And what is the function of B junction? What is the function of CB junction?
Resistance.
What is the function of B junction?
Conductor.
Transfer of charge.
It works as a conductor, right? It also gives some resistance, but low resistance. If you want to still increase the conductivity, or if you want to still decrease the resistance, what do you do? If you want to అది కాదబ్బాయి డోపింగ్ అవైల్ అయిపోయింది if you hear not the doping, I am taking two terminals. This is two terminal. Okay, this is I am taking three terminals, right? This is three terminals. First diode should allow the charge carriers to pass to base, from base to collector. So what bias you will apply to base emitter junction? or emitter, base emitter junction. Charge carriers should tunnel through this base emitter junction. So what do you do? What bias you have to use? Thickness is very small. That is okay. If you want to still reduce that thickness, means resistance, what do you do? It should transfer the charge carriers from this end to this end. ఇక్కడ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ కావాలి, ఇక్కడ రెజిస్ట్ కావాలి కదా. వాట్ బయాస్ యూ విల్ యూజ్ ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్.
రివర్స్.
ఇక్కడ రివర్స్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఇక్కడ ఏ చార్జ్ క్యారియర్స్ ఉంటాయి చెప్పండి.
రివర్స్ కలెక్టర్ దగ్గర ఎమిటర్ దగ్గరనా ఫార్వర్డ్ బయాస్ చేయాలా, తగ్గుతుంది.
ఫార్వర్డ్ బయాస్ చేయాలి. ఫార్వర్డ్ బయాస్ చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది? డిప్లీషన్ లేయర్ విత్ డిక్రీజెస్, మోర్ చార్జ్ క్యారియర్స్ విల్ పాస్ త్రూ ఇట్. అంతేనా మీనింగ్? అంతే కదా. సో if you want to give forward bias, n terminal is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, like this. Now you should enhance this resistivity. How do you enhance this resistivity of this layer, CB junction? What is the function of CB junction? It should resist the charge carriers. Majority charge carriers I am talking about. Don't it should resist the majority charge carriers. How do you increase the depletion layer width? If you increase the depletion layer width, what happens? It still reduces, and the resistance still increases. What bias you have to use to increase the depletion layer width? Reverse bias. Reverse means what? Positive to negative terminal of the battery, negative to positive terminal of the battery. Yeah. This junction up to here forward bias. Okay. From here to here is reverse bias. Reverse bias. Okay. So that what will happen? It transfers the charge carriers easily and it resists the charge carriers easily. That is okay. Now, biasing means for BE junction, BE junction, what do you use? Forward bias. For CB junction,
reverse.
Reverse bias you use. For B junction, forward bias. For CB junction, reverse bias you should use. Now, okay. Now I tell you how the charge carriers will move from one end to other end. ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇది తెలుసుకుంటే మీకు ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ అర్థమైనట్టే. ఓకే. Now here electrons are there. Since it is NPN transistor, NPN transistor. In the N type, what are the majority charge carriers in N semiconductors? What are the majority charge carriers?
Electrons.
Yeah, by electrons. Electrons are the majority charge. What are the majority charge carriers in P-type semiconductor? Holes. But it is lightly doped, na? Very lightly doped. Means only 10 electrons. Very few holes are there. Very few holes are there. Hole current is due to current in the base is due to this is emitter, base, collector. Current is only due to holes It is for due to electrons. It is due to electrons. Now, when you give forward bias, IE current, let us say it is going from here to here. Actually, it is coming for, what is the current that is going in N-type semiconductor? If I give forward bias, what happens? IE current will pass through the N-type terminal. Okay, current is passing through like this. This is IE. So most charge carriers will enter to this region. And recombines with the hole. Here current is due to holes only. They recombine with the holes. What will happen? Since you are applying the reverse bias, this current will go like this. Why? Because it is like this. It is like this. So current will come like this. Holes will try to come like this. Electrons will try to come. Holes will try to come like this. Since if you apply the forward bias, depletion layer width decreases. Suppose 100 electrons are there. 100 electrons comes to p side. If 100 electrons comes to p side, this 100 electrons comes to p side. Then what are the electrons in p region? What are the electrons in the p region? Are they majority charge carriers or minority charge carriers? P-type semiconductor lo minority charge carriers enti, majority charge carriers enti. Holes are majority, electrons are minority. Right? Holes are majority, electrons are minority. Now, so many electrons will come out. ఒక్క నిమిషం. Only 5 holes are there. Only very small holes are there. But so many electrons will come. Why? Because you transfer the charge carrier, so many electrons will come here. Okay? But it is very lightly doped. Whole current is, holes are majority charge carriers in this region. Whole current is IB. That is very small. Only 5% of the electrons recombine with the holes, so that IB current will pass through. So IE generates, IE starts from here and it comes to this side. It is IB, and remaining current will go to IC. So IE current starts from here. Since electrons here, but you have to visualize oppositely. Electrons comes here. 5% of the electrons combines here. That is due to base current, IB. Only 5%, 2 to 5%. And remaining 95% current is coming out. Now my question to you is, here 95 electrons are there. 95. So 5% recombine means how many will be left? How many will be left? How many will be left? Anybody? If 100 electrons started from emitter, 5 electrons recombine with the 5 holes, it is IB. So 5 electrons recombine with the hole, how many electrons will be left in base junction, base layer? Tell me.
95.
95 is left. 95 is majority charge carriers or minority charge carriers in the P region?
Minority.
Minority charge carriers. Very good. Why? Because it is P-type material. So minority charge carriers. It is lightly doped. Only 5% recombine with this. Since it is lightly, only few holes are available in the base region. That is okay. Now, my question to you, it resists, right? It should resist. But it allows the electrons. Why? I am asking you. It allows it should resist
More
this
number of
depletion layer is
electrons.
very high. Depletion layer width is very high. It should resist the charge carriers, but it allows the charge carriers. What is the reason? What is the reason? Anybody? Okay. Now my question to you is: let us go to diode. This is diode. This is p-type semiconductor, n-type semiconductor. I am applying reverse bias, right? Reverse bias. If I apply reverse, depletion layer width increases. Depletion layer width increases. Now, though depletion layer width increases, what are the minority charge carriers in p-type semiconductor?
Electrons.
Electrons. These electrons, this negative terminal will repel with each other and tunnel through the material. What do you call that current? Minority charge carriers.
Current.
Simon, very good. What is that current?
Leaking current.
Leakage current. Leakage current pass through, tunnel through, leakage current pass through the depletion layer. Leakage current pass through the depletion layer. Now, what are the minority charge carriers in p-type semiconductor?
Electron.
Electrons. Electrons are minority charge carriers since it is reverse bias. It is reverse bias. In reverse bias, minority charge carriers tunnel through the material and goes to collector region. Collector region. That's how transistor works. That is the reason why. That is the reason why emitter current can be written as emitter current, total emitter current. IE gives emitter current, total emitter current. IB current will pass through the base current. Remaining current will go to collector. IE equal to IB plus EC. It is like very important expression. IE equal to IB plus IC for transistor. Now, right? IE equal to IB plus IC. IE equal to IB plus IC. This is transistor formula. Now, you just tell me, I am taking collector base junction. Collector base junction. It is p-type region, n-type region. So you applied a reverse bias here. Reverse bias here. IB current passing through the material. IB current passing through the p-type material, and you are getting IC. What? So if you see it, how it look like? IB current passing through the material, you are getting IC. How you are looking? How you can look it at? నేనేం చేస్తున్నా ఐసీ కరెంట్ ఎలా వస్తుంది అంటున్నా. ఐసీ కరెంట్ ఎలా వస్తుంది అంటున్నా. ఇక్కడ ఐబీ కరెంట్ పోతుంది, మీకు బయటికి వచ్చేది మాత్రం ఐసీ కరెంట్ వస్తుంది. అంతేనా మీనింగ్? IB current is very small, and you are getting IC only. That is the reason why gain factor formula is that gain factor equal to beta equal to IC by IB. IC by IB. So IC equal to beta IB. IC equal to beta IB. This is gain factor. This is gain factor. It is appearing to be IB current is becoming IC current. Though emitter is giving IC equal to beta IB. Beta is called the current gain factor. If you change IB, can you change IC? If IB increases, what happens to IC? Tell me. If IB current changes, what happens? IB current increases, suppose. What happens to IC?
Increases.
Beta value change
IC
2 to
also
500.
increases.
2 to 500, not 5,000. 2 to 500. Yeah. Gain factor. If IB increases, what happens to IC? IB increases, what happens to IC?